Hello everyone, welcome to IML. I am Som Datto and today I am going to tell you how you can build your own calculator app using JavaScript. So let's get started. So first of all, I am going to open my code editor VS Code, and here you can see that I have already done the HTML and the CSS part. So first let me show you how my app looks like. So this is my calculator. As you can see, all the buttons are present here. These are the numbers, and this is for means as you can this is for the negative numbers or like that, and these are the operators. Okay, so you can see that I have yes, as you can see that all the buttons are there with class name button, and all the buttons have their defined data value attribute as the corresponding operator or the number. Like you can see here, the data value is 8, here the data value is percentage, here the data value is sign, like that. Okay, cool. Now I've also already done the CSS part. I will provide my GitHub link in the description below, so you can see the full code. Okay, now let's do the JavaScript now. So first of all, I have to take variable button, which is document dot get class name, get element by class name, and the class name is button. So what this does, this take all the buttons, all the div element whose class name is button. As you can see that these all are the buttons. Okay, now let's take another variable named display. Document equals to document dot get element by id, and the id name would be the display. Okay, so this is the this portion, this display string, where the output will be shown, means this part, p tag id display. Now let's take three variables. First one is the operand 1, and set the value as 0. Second one is the operand 2, and set the value as null. Third one is the operator, and set the value null as null. Okay, so this is the operand 1, means the number which you have taken, then the operand 2, and the operator. Operator means these are the operators: plus, equals to, plus, minus, or into, or divide. Cool. Now let's take a function for checking that if the button which I have clicked is operator or not. For that I have to take I have to declare one function named is operator for checking purpose. Take parameter as value. Now return, we have to check the value is equals to plus, or value equals to minus, or value equals to multiplication, or value equals to division. Cool. So here I have checked that if this plus, minus, multiplication, or division is present, this symbol, then only they are the operators. Okay, cool. Now I have to run for loop. For that, take a variable named I equals to 0, and I less than button dot length. And you know that the buttons is the class is an array which contains all these buttons. Whichever button I want to click, then it will be shown in this folder. I will be writing that in some. Now I plus plus. Basically I have used the for loop here. Okay. Now buttons of I dot add event listener. So what this does, add event listener and the click event, and I have to use the callback function here. So what this does, wait, some typos function. Okay, cool. Now what this does basically, so when we click on some button, any button, then it will select that button. When I click on 7, then it will print 7 here. If I click on 8, then it will print 8 here. If I click multiplication operator, then it will do the multiplication part. So let's do the code here now. So basically we have to write the logic here when clicking on the particular button. Now take a variable value, and I have to get the attribute. This dot get attribute. Get attribute. Attribute name would be the data value. As I have said, that the data value is I have used the data value attribute here for every button. Like here, this button has the data value as AC, means clear all the screen. This button has the data value as modulus, this as the 7, this as 8, like that. So I want to get that value. Now take another variable named text. That is equal to display dot text content. So basically I want to get the dot trim for trimming purpose, and basically what this does, this will give the value which will be printed here, this displacement. So now what we have to do, we have to now check if the value which we have taken is operator or not. For that we have already defined a function named isOperator, which will do the same. Now we have to pass the value as parameter to this, and now we have to set the operator as the value operand 1 as the text which will be displayed in the screen, and this is basically the number like 129, and we have to convert this to floating number. For that we have to add passport. Now we have to set the display screen as empty. For that we have to set the display.text content equals to empty string. Okay, cool. Now next else is we have to set the value. Now next, if the value is AC, if the data value attribute is AC, that means this one, this AC button. Okay, then what it will do, then it will clear the display screen. For that same we have to write display.text content equals to empty string. Okay, now third one is the, sorry, my mistake. Now if the value is equals to sign, sign, that means basically this one. If I click on this button, plus or minus, then what it will do, it will convert the positive to negative and negative to positive. and for that we have to assign operand 1 value as the text which will be shown in the display screen txt and convert that into float data type for that parse float. Yes, parse float. Now we have to convert that to negative. If it is negative then positive, and if it is positive then negative. For that we have to multiply -1 to the operand 1. Cool. Now we have to show this in the display screen. For that we have to write display dot text content equals to operand 1. Okay. Now the fourth one is if the value, now the final result part. Okay. Now if the value equals to, if we click on this button, this equals to button, okay, then what it will do, it will print the output here in this display screen. So for that we have to write operand 2 equals to text and convert that again into float data type. Now set the result variable as the ultimate result, what will be print as the output. So for that we have to we are using eval function here. So what it will do, it will, here you can see where it is written, it will evaluate the JavaScript code and executes it. It means it will take the string variable, string inside this, and convert that into, and then execute this code. Okay, so for that we have to write operand 1 is the first number which we have selected plus the operator which we have selected. After that, sorry, I have mentioned one thing. After this we have to take an empty string. Okay, then operator, then plus another empty string, and after that operand 2. Okay, now this will print the output for us. So if the result exists, okay, then what we want to do, then we want to show this in this display screen. Again for that we have to write display dot text content equals to result, and after that then we will set the operand 1 as result. We are writing this because if we want to continue again we want to add one more operand, then we need the operand 1 as the previous result. That's why. Now operand, sorry, spelling mistake. Now operator equals to null, and again operand 2 equals to null. Cool. Now final else part. Okay, now if we do not select these operators and also not this AC for clearing, or not this one too, if we select among these numbers, then what happened? Then what we have to do? Then we have to show this in this display screen, right? If you click on this 9, then it will be shown here 9. After that, if you click on 8, then it will, then what it will do, it will concatenate the 8 after 9. So for that we have to write display dot text content plus equals to value. Okay, nice. So this whole is my JavaScript code for the calculators. Okay, Now let's check this out. So now we click on 7. As you can see here, it is displayed here because of this else part. After if I click on 0, then what it does, then it concatenates 0 after 7, because I write here plus equals to value. Okay, now if I click on any operator, for example if I click on minus, okay, then what it does, as you can see, that then it will take operator as the value, means minus, and then the operand 1 as the first float text, means the 70, and then it will clear the screen, display screen. Okay, now after that if I click on 5, okay, 50, okay, 50, this will goes for the operand 2. Now if I click on the equals to sign, then what it does, then it takes this 50 as operand 2, and then it will evaluate the result. Okay, so that means 70 minus 50, 20. As you can see, the result is 20. So that's the thing. And one more thing, this plus minus sign. If I click on this sign, then what it does, it will convert this to negative number. Here, as you can see, minus 20. And if I click this again, what it does, then it convert this negative number to positive value. And if I click on this AC, then it will clear the screen. As you can see here, display.text content equals to empty screen. Okay, now here you can see the screen is empty. Cool. So that's the thing. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe this video. Bye bye.